What was a Christmas bonus you got from your company that made you speechless? I'd somehow clawed my way onto the executive team at a tech company. Christmas rolls around and they do their whole performance bonus thing. Everyone's standing around the break room pretending they're not calculating what they might get in their heads. My boss calls me into his office and hands me an envelope. $75,000. I'm sitting there staring at this check like it's written in a foreign language. I mean, that's more money than my parents made some years growing up. I'm thinking about my student loans, maybe finally getting a decent car instead of my piece of crap Honda that sounds like it's dying every time I start it. Then I go downstairs to grab lunch, and I see Mr. Eddie in the lobby. He's this older guy, maybe 63, been the janitor in our building forever. Like literally longer than anyone else has worked there. Always humming some old Motown songs while he's mopping, you know? Real friendly dude who remembers everyone's names, asks about your weekend, stuff like that. So I sit down next to him during his lunch break, because honestly, he was more interesting to talk to than most of the executives upstairs. I ask him how he's doing, expecting the usual, oh fine, can't complain response. But he gets quiet for a second. Then he tells me his wife has been sick, real sick, and Medicare isn't covering everything they need. He's been picking up weekend shifts at some car wash across town just to keep up with the medical bills. Then he says they might lose their house. This man who's been keeping our building clean for 20 years, who knows every single person's name, who stays late to finish up when meetings run over, is about to lose his house while I'm sitting here with a bonus that's probably double his yearly salary. I didn't sleep that night, like, at all. Just kept thinking about Eddie humming those songs while he works, and how he never complains about anything, ever. So the next morning I walk into HR, tell them I want to give my entire bonus to Eddie. All of it. No publicity, no company newsletter bullshit, just help the guy out. They look at me like I've lost my mind. We can't do that, they say. Corporate policy. Employees can't donate bonuses to non-staff members. I'm like, what do you mean non-staff? He works here every single day. He's contracted through a cleaning service. Technically not our employee. So I march upstairs to the CFO's office. This guy's been here since before I was born. Thinks he's seen everything. I sit down across from his big fancy desk and tell him I want to create something called a hardship fund. Every department can nominate someone in need. Employees donate what they want. Company matches it. He's chuckling like I'm some naive kid. That's a nice idea, Rachel, but that's way above your pay grade. We don't have infrastructure for that kind of thing. I reach into my bag and slide an envelope across his desk. My resignation. If I can't use my own money to help someone who's given this company 20 years of his life, then I don't want to work here. His face changes real quick. Now hold on, let's not be hasty about this. I'm not being hasty. Eddie's about to lose his house. I have money sitting in my bank account that I didn't even expect to get. This should be simple. 2 days later, not only is the fund approved, but the board of directors decides to triple match whatever employees donate. The CFO calls me back into his office looking all proud of himself. Your fund raised $30,000 for your janitor friend. Happy now? But here's the thing. I'd already given Eddie my entire bonus anyway. Found his address, drove to his house, knocked on his door. When he answered, I just handed him the check. He started crying right there in his doorway. His wife came out, took one look at the check, and they both just stood there hugging each other. A week later, Eddie gets called into the building manager's office. I'm thinking, oh great, maybe they found out about the check and he's in trouble or something. Nope, they promoted him to building supervisor. Gave him a raise, better benefits, the whole thing.